Hello and welcome to Pro Tour Atlanta semifinal draft number 2. This is the one people have been waiting for. Nova is the star-studded team in this top 8, and they're playing against the rising stars. The Japanese have been winning everything lately. Ken One Spin, knock off the reigning player of the year, Gabriel Nassif, knock off the original juggernaut, Gabe Sang, and the Team Limited guy, Dave Rude. Well, should be interesting. These guys can play, draft, we'll see. All right,
the Japanese force Nova to open. And they're opening a pack that has Glacial Ray, Kodama's Might, Befoul, Feral Deceiver. I think that Glacial Ray and Kodama's Might are going to go first. What do you think, Randy?
You got to
Could be Befoul. Glacial Ray, Befoul, or Glacial Ray, Kodama's Might. I'm not sure where Nova wants to put their green player.
Yeah, exactly. It totally depends where you want to put your colors.
I believe that Nassif will take the Kodama's
Rude
Might.
takes the Ray.
Draft.
And Nassif takes
Befoul?
Took Befoul, so they want black on the left, on the right.
I would not be surprised that if Nassif went green anyway.
Draft.
So then what were the picks? Might in the middle?
Draft.
It was Glacial Ray followed by Befoul.
Draft.
Feral Deceiver on the left.
Draft again.
One Spin puts black red on their left. John, what were the cards that One Spin put on the left on this pack?
Draft. 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 Draft.
Yeah, Gibran Combi on the right.
That is a signal for black red.
Draft.
Yeah,
and draft the last card.
Pretty much One Spin drafts the same colors every time. They always put Tomohiro Kaji into green something on the left.
Green black on the right.
On the right.
Green black mostly.
You have 30 seconds.
They always put Sumura into blue white in the middle. And they always put Saito into red-black on the right.
You see the Falling Star was just opened. So Nassif... Nassif took Befoul first pick, right?
Yes.
Does he want to get into a black-red mirror match here? Is he going to take the dragon?
It won't be black-red mirror. He's going to play against our green deck, right?
No, he's playing against Saito. Who's always been black-red.
That's what I tried to say, and you corrected me.
Sorry.
Player 1C.
It's Kaji that always plays green, right? All right, Nassif takes
the dragon. Not surprising. The red in this deck is ridiculously deep.
Draft.
That Bruiser is probably going to go into their C player's deck.
Draft. Draft.
Who took Kodama's Might out of that first pack, John?
Draft. Draft.
Is it
Kaji?
Draft.
You mean the left player?
No. A is on the right, Randy.
Draft.
I'm totally turned around. I have no idea what's going on. I'm sorry.
Draft again. Draft. And draft list.
Is Gabe Sang in green, Randy? I'm sorry, John? Yamabushi's Flame in this pack. Kabuto Moth.
30 seconds to review.
You gotta think Kabuto Moth's going into Kenji's deck.
So how would you pick this pack?
Kenji takes Kabuto Moth, Yamabushi's Flame in Saito's deck. I can't tell what the other card they're pointing at. Is it an Earthshaker?
A. Draft.
Earthshaker goes first.
But draft.
Kabuto Moth, and here comes Yamabushi's Flame. Exactly what I thought. Yeah. Mizumi Cutthroat next.
Draft.
Interesting.
Draft.
Nassif is going green anyway, as I said.
Draft again.
Is it Honden? Green Honden?
Draft. Draft.
So it looks like green on green in the ACs?
Draft.
It's Kaji versus Nassif, right?
Draft.
No, it's Nassif versus Saito.
Draft again. Draft and draft last card. Player 2B. Please lay out your next booster. You have 30 seconds to review it.
All right, here comes the fourth pack of champions.
Kiku, Frost Wielder, Scuttling Death, another Kami of the Hunt. The Bruiser's going to be a powerhouse if they can set up red on red.
Player 2B, draft.
Mr. Exchange first.
Draft.
The Knight's Flower second.
Draft.
Interesting. Itaro Ishida was pointing out
Draft.
one spin never lost while receiving yesterday.
Second Kami of the Hunt into, I believe, Nasif's deck. This will be your interesting bounce here. Now, Nasif has a Bruiser, and he knows that his opponent is in red. Where'd the first Bruiser go? I believe that it's in Saito's deck, correct?
Draft. Draft. Draft again. Draft. And draft the last turn. Player 2C, please open up the next pack and lay it out on the table.
So here comes 2C, the fifth pack of champions.
30 seconds to review.
Might take Storm.
This pack's got
Much weaker
Honda
pack.
Cleansing Fire, Gut Wrencheroni, 9-Ring Bow, Houndmaster, some stuff, Waning Moon. Certainly not very exciting. Saito's trying to figure out what to take, then he'll pass it over to his opponents on Nova.
Not an exciting pack if you're picking first from C. Frost Wielder. Only pretty good against a green opponent.
So what do you think of the Japanese strategy of drafting the same colors in the same seats every time?
I think it maximizes their ability to exploit their preparation. You play the same decks over and over and over and over again. You make fewer mistakes within those archetypes.
But don't you set yourself up to let your opponents react to you and set up favorable matchups?
What if you're really good at playing your decks? Like it's the classic strategy versus anti-strategy. Like at some point you got to say to yourself, you know, does 3-Deuce really need tricks? I mean, I know they've got Disenchant, but I'm really good at playing tricks.
Draft again.
So you clearly don't mind it then.
I think the Japanese didn't lose a single draft receiving yesterday. They play specifically the same thing. Saito always picks a 3-3 Ogre first. He's setting up himself up against a green player. 3-3 Ogre is basically a green card in the red-black deck. He's going to have a boatload of removal against a deck that's reliant on tricks to win. I mean, on paper, the green mage is good against red-black, but I mean, when you have Banish against their 5-5, it's not that bad.
Fair enough. So here's first back of the last direction. Gabe Sang gets his first pick. He's got a Sasuke, there's a Honden, Renz, Gardner, Kadama's Might.
I think the big snake's got it. Can they put it in the Nasif's deck?
Yeah, they get 3 picks, so they can definitely ship it to the
That's where it's going.
Player 1A, draft.
So Sang takes.
Rend.
It's the Rend.
Draft.
Rude takes.
Emberfist.
Emberfist.
Draft.
Big snake.
Draft.
Oh, they're protecting their picks. I thought there's no way that they're going to let that Konamis might go anywhere but in one spin's A player's deck.
Draft again.
Okay, Kaji gets Konamis deck.
Yeah. How good is the Black Honden in that deck?
Draft.
Against Gabe Sang?
Yeah. It's got removal.
Yeah?
It's good against
Could
removal.
be good. Could be good.
Draft. Draft again.
So we get some pretty diverse matchups here. I mean, we saw green on green. We saw some almost mirrors in the last batch. But here, Saito's got red-black against Nasif's green deck.
It's really interesting. Like, I think that going into it, Nova's got to be thinking to themselves, they play red-black in that seat. Green is the right color to fight it because green's creatures are just bigger. But I think it's going to be closer than that. Even among the same team, I heard non-unanimous decisions about who wins green versus red-black. Like red-black can race green. Red-black gets in situations where there's a 2/4. Yeah, like.
Yeah, it depends on the individual cards, I think. So here's
this team's got a dragon now.
Yeah, it helps. What do we got going on?
All the glory.
Yep. Cool Deceiver.
Highly unexciting pack.
Cutthroat. Sacred Dawn Cutthroat.
Player 1A, draft.
Sang Taste.
Is there Savant? I'm sorry. That's a very exciting card.
Draft.
So Cutthroat.
Savant going to Kenji's deck? How surprising.
Draft.
So yeah, Kenji Sumura playing blue-white against David Rude with basically a red deck. Has he got more colors than that so far?
Draft.
I can't tell what he's drafting. Did he just take red-blue, I think. He just took pure through decks.
Draft.
How does that matchup shake out?
It depends on the tricks. I mean, it's really hard to say. Like,
it's another one that comes down to the individual cards.
The fundamental strength of red-blue is greater than the fundamental strength of blue-white. Blue-white has a lot of problems with things like utility creatures.
Draft again.
But, I mean, we're talking about a deck that potentially has Savant, Fast Flyers, if the wrong cards come out. One Blessed Breath can stop a deck's entire game plan, so...
You have 30 seconds to review.
Ben Aki Hermit. Who's opening this pack? I think Kenji's opening this pack.
Saito.
Ben Aki Hermit is actually amazing against green decks. Is there a better card than Ben, Randy?
You mean in the pack, I hope?
No. Ben is awesome against green. Their whole game plan is attack you with a giant. Ben's ability is kill a giant.
Player 2C, draft. Draft. Draft.
They do not seem to have the respect for Ben that you have.
Draft.
Scott McCord told me Ben was awesome against
What is Ben's exact ability?
He taps to deal damage equal to your untapped mountains.
Untapped mountains. So you have to do nothing.
Draft again.
If it was mountains, I might buy it, but untapped mountains.
Draft.
I can't doubt.
He's still sitting in the pack. All right, there's 5 cards left, including Ben.
Draft.
Ben.
Saito just took another card and still doesn't want it.
No love for Ben. Oh no, he just got Ben.
Draft again.
All right.
Ben might be the Traproot Kami of this matchup. We shall see.
Player 2B, please lay out your next pack.
I mean, he's not playing mono red.
Mono green.
You have 30 seconds to review.
I mean, Saito's not even going to have necessarily enough mountains to kill a monster every turn. You have a couple
I am looking at the Kiku in his hand, and that might be a little bit better than Ben.
Fair. Gabe got a white Honda on the wheel. Could be interesting. So this is Sumura's pack, right?
Oh, we're in 6B5?
Yeah, Sumura.
Player 2B, draft. 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 Draft.
How do you think this draft's going so far? Who's winning?
I think the Japanese are winning.
How's that?
Because their game plan is solid, and they are not deviating from their plan.
Like, hey, they tested with Itaro Ishida. He's the master. They must be winning, even if we don't understand what they're doing.
I'm having problems following Nova's draft, and I think that
it's a bad sign.
Yeah. I understand all the picks that OneSpin's making.
Okay.
And it just might be, I'm not very smart, but I think that if I can follow what one team is doing and the other team seems a little more confused in their picks, then that says something, though. Glacial Ray.
30 seconds to review.
Oh, Master Yamabushi.
Hello.
This will be a good pack for Nova.
Do you think they'll ship it?
No matter what happens, Nova's going to get at least a Kabuto Moth, a Glacial Ray, and a Master Yamabushi. Two of the three.
Guy rolling the seat smiling, one spin sitting up. Can I play this?
One spin is drastically trying to figure out which of these cards they have to take. It's probably going to be Master Yamabushi. But, I mean, you're never happy to be shipping Glacial Ray Kabuto Moth.
Yeah, Moth Rider. It's a ridiculous pack. So you would go Master Yamabushi?
I think so. It's really hard, yeah.
That's what they did. And that's just a D by Kaji, right? He can't get into enough red to run it, I don't think.
You never know. You might get Pedal Main Baku.
That's two Glacial Rays for Dave Rude.
Rude's good with two Glacial Rays.
Pedal Main. Pedal Main Baku.
If you had watched the man draft yesterday, you would not be laughing. Mike Claire told me I didn't even know he had White Myojin in his deck. The last turn of the game, his board was Pedal Main Baku, Iganjo Castle. Bam! He killed him, and said he could have played the White Myojin when it was in his hand.
Draft. Draft again. Draft. And draft last card.
I think Saito can get into green?
I think it's unlikely.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think that one spin is willing to split their green up. Ronin Houndmaster.
You have 30 seconds to review.
Kitsune Blade.
That pack definitely helped Nova.
That was an awesome pack for Nova. I mean,
they got great cards and their opponents just had to D.
I mean, you're never happy when there's Master Yamabushi in the green deck. I mean, you never know what can happen there.
Guess.
John Becker thinks that Saito might go green and try to go green-black into Nassif's green deck.
No, I don't buy it.
I totally disagree.
I agree. The thing is, it's just not One Spin's strategy to switch colors like that. They believe that the most important thing is to maximize their Betrayers picks. They think they need blue-white in the middle, red-black on the left to take all the good cards from Betrayers.
I think
with that color lineup, they think they never have to ship a good card, so they're sticking to it. I mean, they've done the math, they've studied the collation.
Saito just took Hiroki Ranger, says Becker. They might be swapping it up.
Draft.
They might have just called a switch. Devouring Rage into their former Green Mage. I mean, but if they do this, they basically just threw away their first two packs.
Interesting.
Draft.
I mean, they're willing to splash some.
Draft again. Draft and draft the last.
Kaji's perfectly willing to play multiple colors.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. He's basically 5-color green.
He loves Pedal Main back.
I mean, their strategy, they call him the captain, right? The guy on the right, his job is to captain the table, which basically, to the Japanese players, means don't pass any good cards. Take all the good cards, put them in your deck, find a way to play it. So, we may see some Master Yamabushi coming out of.
I would not be surprised.
No, he should play it. In fact,
but I don't think that he's going to not be green. That's where I'm.
No, he's green for mana fixing and the ability to play all the bombs that he D's up.
A very invasion block strategy.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it worked well in Saga Block too. I mean, it's worked well in a number of Team Rochester formats where, green's always got some mana fixing. If you line it up in a deck in a position to counter draft a lot, you can counter draft the bombs, but then still beat your opponent with them. So.
Player 1B, draft.
Frost Wielder. Root's deck is very strong against a deck that doesn't have any creature ring.
Double Glacial Ray against blue-white.
Frost Wielder is awesome against a deck with all his beatdowns like X1s.
True.
Draft.
Yeah, I want to believe that One Spin is winning this draft. I don't think I buy it.
I think that the past couple of packs have really made Nova's draft look a lot better.
Okay.
I think the pudding will be in Betrayers, where sticking to your colors really rewards you a lot more.
Draft.
Yeah, we'll see.
Draft.
No one respects that last Kami there. No one loves him. He saves a guy in fighting. It's good.
Draft and draft the last card.
Where did Otherworldly Journey go, Becker?
Get out on the table. We are now going to the left.
All right, on to Betrayers.
here is
The
our
proof
old
and the
friend
pudding.
Hirobi's Whisper.
All right, Hirobi's Whisper.
Hirobi's Whisper is the best card in this deck, I think. Do you have any disagreement there?
Hirobi's Whisper is a fine card.
This is opened by who?
Is this Japanese?
C? I want to say Japanese C.
No, it's the first pack of the fair, so it's clearly a middle pack.
Player 1B, draft.
First volley.
Yeah, first volley to Dave Rude to go with those glacial rays, and then Gabe Sang gets the Whisper.
Draft.
Oh, it's in the seat. Sorry.
Draft. 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 Draft again.
No hope at all. Also.
Draft. Draft. Draft.
Phantom Wings is a really interesting card. People use it for all different stuff.
It's flexible. You use it to save your guys, use it to bounce their guys.
I like people who put it on their
Draft
giants.
again.
Yeah.
Then attack.
Draft and draft last day.
I was in a draft last week and I didn't know what to do, and my teammate Tim McKenna said, "What would Hacker do?" And then I just tapped all my guys. And then
Oh, there's Waxwing Baku. Coming out of Gabe the Seats pack. He's not white though, right? He's green black? I mean, he got the Hirobi's Whisper by being black on the left, but what are they going to do with Waxwing Baku?
There's Throat Slitter in this pack.
Yeah.
I think Throat Slitter is going to be the card that's taken.
Get to ship the Waxwing?
I mean, Throat Slitter is really a hard card to pass. Okay, I mean, Tallowisp is even a powerful card in this pack.
Yeah, it's a busty pack.
Actually,
Player 1C.
I'm almost certain that Kenji's going to take Tallowisp. Whoa.
What did he take?
5/4 over Throat Slitter.
Ogre Recluse.
Wow.
Interesting.
Tallowisp is really important in Kenji's draft because he's got Mystic Restraints, which he's going to need to contain Frostwielder.
Draft. Draft again.
Draft. Miko. Waxwing
Draft.
and Miko.
Traproot Kami.
Draft.
No green on green match this time.
What do you think about Roar of Jukai, Randy?
Draft.
No opinion.
I don't think it's that good, but it always destroys people.
Draft again.
Like, it's really hard to say.
Draft and draft list.
Like, I guess when you're bashing someone, it's not that good, but when they block, it's awesome.
Yeah. Alright. One spin's turn to open up a pack of Betrayers. Kaji leans over the table.
Ah. The legendary Samurai in the bottom right. Isao, Enlightened Bushi.
Green Genju.
Genju of Cedars.
There's Petal Mane.
I don't think that Petal Mane is going to go over either of
Torrent of
those two.
Stone. The Bleeder that
Threats.
Saito swears by. Glass Kite. Nice pack. How do you take it?
I think that
Glass Kite is Samuro, right?
I think that Isao goes first, and then the Ogre goes into Saito's pack, and that the Genju moves. But you can only take one of the two, Genju or Isao. Isao is
Player
awesome.
2A.
I think they might take Genju first. No, Torrent Stone.
You're going to ship both green cards.
Glass Kite. That could be a disaster, actually. Who knows?
And then Bleeder to Saito, right?
He's got.
No, he takes
must have
Genju.
switched into green. Becker was correct.
Wow.
It took us that long to figure it out.
Draft.
So they shipped Isao and they shipped
Draft.
the Bleeder.
Draft again.
Yeah, I think Genju's better than Isao.
No respect to the 2/4.
Take your pick.
Isn't the 2/4 better than Cohort?
Draft. Draft.
Who's got pedals?
Draft.
Yeah, Saito. Saito with the they just shifted the Petal Mane Baku strategy over to the left.
Did Saito also pick up 15th pick 2/4? He's not going to be playing that 2/4 in constructed deck. He's awesome.
All right, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
I guarantee you, Pro Tour Philadelphia will feature that creature.
All right, 3 packs left. Blinding Power, Kalojushi, Gnarled Mass,
Gnarled Mass is a good card.
Child of Thorns, Strider, Little Skull Snatcher. John Becker says Blinding Powder is a wildly underrated card.
According to John Becker, Unearthly
Player
Blizzard
2B.
is a wildly underrated card.
Draft. Kalojushi went first.
Kalojushi went first.
Blinding
And
Powder
Blinding
second
Powder
is a
second.
wildly underrated card.
Draft.
Will he demolish his opponent with
I
Blinding
saw
Powder?
Nassif demolishing his opponent with Kanazashi. The hairpins. He had a mirror, black-white mirror match, and he was just playing every card off his opponent's deck. Every turn. It was crazy.
That's very exciting.
It was pretty cool.
It can't be as good as 15th pick Ritu Lantern. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, but
Zach
that was a
Parker's
draw.
But it was
If the match had ended, it would be a much better story.
It was the most painful match I've ever watched in my entire life.
So you had to write about it and inflict it on everyone
There's
else.
no way I would have been smart enough to follow what was actually going on in that match if I had to play it.
Draft again.
Parker and Saden had to track life total because they were both beating each other
Yeah.
down, track libraries, track the specific cards that Parker was drawing every turn to make sure he wasn't getting his removals, trying to figure out if you could mill.
All right, 2 packs of Betrayers left. This one has Rat Patron. There's a Puskami.
Ninja of the Deep Hours.
Deep Hours, sure. Suzuki Summons, War Club.
I think Ronin War Club is an underrated
Another
card.
Shimmering Glass Kite. There's a lot of Glass Kites in this draft.
Glass Kite's good
Another
because it has
first
3
volley.
butt. It survives a lot of things that other blue creatures don't,
Sure.
such as blocking a 2-power creature.
Dave Root's going to get another first volley out of this pack, isn't he?
That's very good in a deck that has multiple glacial rays.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Newsflash.
I mean, you could go Glass Kite first and hope it comes back. I don't know.
Ninja of the Deep Hours is a good card.
Player 2C. Draft.
Rat Patron goes first.
Draft.
And then the War Club.
Draft.
Yeah, Glass Kite to Root.
Draft.
The Siege takes the
Volley.
first volley. It wasn't going to come. It wasn't going to
Draft.
bounce. No way they could long wheel that.
Draft.
Dave Price would be
Ninja
happy
goes all the
with
way
the
to
speed
Summer.
with which the 2/2
So the conscript.
goblins go. Second pick, bam!
Draft.
Love that conscript.
All right, with 1 pack left, who's winning?
Draft.
What do you think of the conscript, Randy?
Draft.
I think it's playable. It's decent. It's not great. It's not exciting.
Draft.
Dave Williams told me that he was forced to play it because Neil told him he was good
Yeah.
and sided it out every match and won his game 1 and forgot to side it out and then lost because he drew it.
Player 1A.
I mean, I think it's playable.
Lay it out on the table. This is the last pack of the
All right, last pack of the draft. What's going on?
Torrent of Stone, Ninja of the Deep Hours.
Mori of the Open Fist. Marauder. Another Deep Hours. Another Torn of Stone. Another Moonlit Strider.
Nassif is tapping his cards. So who's
Player
opening here?
1A. Draft.
Ogre first,
Yeah, Ogre Marauder to Gabe Sang.
Draft.
Torrent second.
Dave Root's deck is just ridiculous,
Draft.
isn't it? He has every red removal spell in the format times
Draft.
2.
That's very good.
It seems good
Draft.
against blue. I mean, Sonora's blue-white, but he didn't get that. I don't remember a bunch of Blessed Routes to save him
There
from
weren't a lot of white combat tricks in general this draft.
I mean,
were
there
there?
was a couple 100 talent strikes, but that doesn't help.
That's
you against
useless
red
against removal.
Exactly.
Draft.
Yeah, I think Dave Root may have the edge there. He's just got, double Glacial Ray. He's got, Telltales. He's got some solid stuff.
I think it's as we said earlier, like in blue-red versus blue-white, it's going to come down to the individual cards. It doesn't look to me like Kenji's got the right cards necessarily to match up with a deck that's got
Draft.
a stack of glacial rays as tall as the opponent's deck.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. These guys are going to go build their decks. We're going to set up the tables for the first semifinal match. So
Who got the open fist? That's what I saw. Nassif. Very
Sure,
good.
sure.
Green on
yeah.
green on any card.
Yeah, so David Root, 8 million red removal spells against Kenji Samura's blue-white. I think Kenji Samura is one of the real rising stars on this Pro Tour, but Dave Ruud's deck just looks better. And Dave Ruud can play.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's not discount the ability of Ruud.
Absolutely not. I mean, he's got multiple Sunday appearances in teams, one at the Pro Tour, one at the Masters. So, I mean, the guy can clearly play. As can Samura, I think I like Ruud in that matchup. Nassif versus Saito.
Nassif has got the following 5/5 legends. Multiple 5/5 legends. One of them just destroys all the creatures. One of them just destroys the opponent. But he does so on turn 4, so...
So you like Nassif?
I think so. I think the part of the problem was that for the first time in all the drafts I watched, OneSpin, they deviated from their baseline draft strategy.
Right.
I mean, like, every single time, they had Blackguard on the left, and then there was a kind of a late switch to green. That Becker told us that he thought Saito was going green, and we were like, no, we don't think he is. It took us, like, midway through Betrayers to realize that, he was changing to green. And the fact that, it's the exact opposite of what I said.
I'm not sure what else was he going to do, though. It's not, I don't know what the cards were there for them.
Yeah, but, like, even...
Like, they got out open.
So he gets, but he gets green Genju, right? It's a super strong card. Does that even fight through the Enlightened Bushi? I mean, like, hey, let's fight.
All right, well, let's go down to John Becker on the floor and see what he thinks happened in the draft. What was your take?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah, I'm glad that I saw that switch there, and they did. I think they did to accommodate the Master Yamabushi. I mean, it was just a powerful card, and there was enough green and red spillage on the sides that they thought they could make the switch. I think all the decks actually turned out really good for them.
How many colors do you think the wing players on OneSpin are going to be playing? 2 each or 3 each?
I think that Saito will be playing 3. He's going to splash for Yamabushi's Flame. And maybe one other red card, and I think that just 2. If you look
Kaji?
Kaji. If you look at Kaji's deck, Kaji has a really fast deck now. He has at least 2 cohorts and 3 of the 2/1 samurai guy, 2/1 ninja guys. So he tried to speed his deck up as much as he possibly could. So
he's red black beats.
I think he went into red black beatdown mode with a finisher in the Master Yamabuchi. Now Gabe's deck I think can resist that. He has he's white black, as far as I can tell, but his deck is a little bit slower. But he has stuff that if he can not die immediately, he has like Moonlit Strider, and he has Miko, and things that can like end up clogging up the board long enough for him to maybe take it.
I think I've got to still like OneSpin in that matchup, though.
Really?
Like, yeah, Master Yamabushi.
Master Yamabushi's hard to argue with, there's no question now.
Other than that card, though, Sang sounds like he's got the better matchup.
Now Nassif has...
Becker's just telling us how much faster the other deck was.
He has a lot of 1 and 2 drops in that deck.
In this format, like, it's kind of a tension in the first 3-4 turns of the game where, I have resistance cards, I've got 1/4 butts, and if you don't draw them, you just get blown out by 2/1s.
And I think that first, Nassif really had to take that first volley really pretty early because he's got Kiku to deal with on the air side, which is actually one of the few ways that Saito can take care of his 5/5 monsters.
All right.
And remember, Kiku's a legend, so if he casts Open Fist, Kiku can come right down and kill it immediately.
How many super legends has Nassif got? He's got Ryusi, Open Fist, and Isao, right?
Yes, three super legends, yes.
Like, and all of those legends are awesome. It's not like he's got, Daughter of Autumn or something.
No, there's no Myosian in his deck, no.
So Kaji versus Sang.
But actually, he does actually have. I think he may have Daughter of Autumn. He has he has a random one that gives you each player 3 mana during their upkeep. I don't remember the name of the card. So he does have that one.
How likely do you think that's going to make the cut?
I'm thinking probably not.
Kaji versus Sang. Who's your pick, John?
Kaji versus Sang. I think Kaji deck's really fast, but I think that the Juggernaut is just going to pull it out. He's going to clog that board down. I think he's eventually going to take it. So I'm going to go with Gabe Sang there.
All right. So you don't think Kaji's fast enough?
I think he's fast. I just don't think he's got enough to overwhelm.
What's the removal counts in that? I think the removal counts in that match is really important because ability to remove Master Yamabushi, the old man, versus B, the ability to take out 1/4 blockers and such so that you can bash in with your 2/1s is a really important tension in this matchup.
Like, if Gabe doesn't win, I think it's going to be because of Master Yamabushi. It's going to be like the board has clogged up, but Gabe hasn't managed to push it over.
So it sounds like a tight game, and we're kind of split on
I think it's going to be an exciting one to watch, actually. I think it's going to be really good.
All right. Dave Ruud versus Kenji Samura.
An interesting card in the Roots Swarm match. I don't know if Samura will play it because it's really janky, but he has a Manamo's Meddling that he picked up.
He played Manamo's Meddling yesterday and forced his opponent to read it. So that his opponent realized that he was getting annihilated. And then he's like, all right, I'm getting annihilated. He's like, no, please reveal. Keep reading was basically the additional text.
So I guess then he's willing to play it. So that could really help against those Glacial Rays. I mean,
yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, if he Torn of Stone, Splacious Glacial Ray, and he manages to counter Torn of Stone and rip both Glacial Rays, that could be, pretty savage.
But if he doesn't have the 4 mana answer...
He also picked up Moonlit Strider, so he has a little bit of resistance. But that double Glacial Ray is hard to deal with. And Rude has I believe two first volleys to splice with, so he's got a lot of burn action going
What's
on.
Rude's creatures like? It seems like he's got great spells.
Well, he's
but
red blue. Remember, he picked up a Teller Tails, like third pick of the draft, I think. So and he has a 3/1 mirror guard. He has a couple of brutal deceivers, I think. So I think that he has
they're okay, basically.
he's like kind of quiet workman-like creatures, other than the Teller Tails, which is very good.
Kenji's got Suratami Savant, correct?
He does. Kenji does have a Savant.
He's a pretty good guy.
All right, so that match sounds maybe a little closer than I was feeling.
I think Rude's going to win, but I think it's close.
Is your pick one guy, John?
For that match, I'm gonna go with Dave Rude, just because he has like a billion burns.
Randy?
All right, and the last match.
What do you think in that match?
I guess I like Rude. It's tight.
I think it's tight, but I think Rude.
And Nassif versus Saito. Who's your pick, John?
Nassif said, I'm going with Nassif there. I think I got to go with a sweep here. Unfortunately,
Nassif without question.
I'd like to pick Saito, but he just doesn't. I don't think he has the guns to
All
overcome
right,
this
so
one.
I think it's Nova 2-1.
Pretty interesting draft. We watched One Spin deviate from their normal draft strategy to try to set up some matchups.
Who's your one, Mike?
Couple of tight games, but
I think that Gabe Sang is not going to win.
Okay.
all right. So we'll be back to watch how that goes. Meanwhile, we're gonna wrap up the draft analysis and get ready for some semifinal play. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the first matches.